Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach, so much fun to play with him, a guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active and a weapon.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Discards a man. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now on 3rd down for this offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 35. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks. Last week, they've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. First down for this offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quick pass on the jet motion. Runs through a tackle. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. Line is set on 3rd down. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
They'll leave it with him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College will need to mount a comeback. But these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And sure, tackling there to keep them from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll bring it back. It's Marshall. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Offense getting set for first down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Inside the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an...
He's in for the touchdown.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the catch. It's Lockett. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, looking again to throw. He's right on target. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense will snap it from the 42 on first and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Cole. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Marshall. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout called by the offense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. For jet sweep pass. Inside the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
One more snap coming before halftime. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's loose. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Time now to join Kevin Connors and
Here in Orlando. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Looking for a crease to the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Quarterback on the keeper. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Hard running there.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. The give to the fullback. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball, there is no juke button. There is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that first down.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Dances away from the D. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Run it with the fullback. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Sticks it in his belly. Into their happy place for a touchdown. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Here comes the two-point try. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout by the offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Miami. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. He's looking for a man on second down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he'll take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Lockett. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Golden Gophers look to keep this drive humming. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They're trying to get to it. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Coming after it. He's taking a deep shot.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They've dominated this football game today.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's running in the open. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Touch pass on the run. Looking for room at the 30. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quick pass on the fly motion. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
How many ways can I get to my guys who fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
The back goes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
Some would say run on the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Comes out throwing on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.